southern suburb of the city to evacuate. And this here is a live look now at the scene in Beirut, where there have been a series of blasts in the last few hours. Also, Donald Trump returns to the stage in Butler, Pennsylvania. A live look here at that rally, the very same site where there was an attempt on his life back in July. Plus, the Democratic Republic of Congo launches its first vaccination campaign against Mpox.
Residents of a South Wales town say they feel under siege from dangerous e-motorbike riders. Migrant rights charities are calling for Britain and France to reform their laws after 4 people, including a 2-year-old child, died trying to cross the Channel yesterday. More than 25,000 people have made the dangerous journey so far this year. A man who was arrested in connection with a suspected acid attack outside a school in West London has been released on bail. Tegan McFarlane, who's 14, suffered potentially life-changing injuries in the attack on Monday. Police are continuing to appeal for information. Let's have a look at today's papers at 6:20. We begin with the Times. As the anniversary of the 7th of October attacks approach, the Sunday Times reports that the Prime Minister is warning the conflict in the Middle East risks igniting, quote, touch papers in our own communities. Sir Keir Starmer has called on all parties to, quote, return to political, not military solutions.
Sunday Telegraph this morning saying that weight loss jabs should not be used as an excuse for people giving up on healthy living. That's according to the Health Secretary. Has been speaking to the Sunday Telegraph, West Streeting, of course, saying that everyone must play their part to take the burden off the NHS.
British forces are on full alert in the Falklands after Argentina, quote, vowed to recapture the islands. That's according to the Sunday Express. It comes in the wake of Sir Keir Starmer's decision to hand back the Chagos Islands to Mauritius earlier this week.
And a simple blood test that can detect cancer before symptoms develop is being hailed as a game changer. The Sunday Mirror reports that the government is planning to fund more research into the technology that could be available on the NHS in as little as 5 years. And we're talking cancer as well this morning. We're discussing immunotherapy a little bit later in the programme.
Yeah.
A couple of interesting stories in the paper today. Which one do you want to do? The Queen?
Oh, no, you were telling me. Go on,
All right.
you do
so
it.
This is talking about the late Queen, Elizabeth II. This is inside the Sunday Express today. Talking about how she used to move her handbag from one arm to the other as an indication that she wanted to leave an event. She'd had enough. She would move, and her ladies-in-waiting, the courtiers, would see that as the sign to elegantly
It's just like the most polite party
just
escape ever, isn't it? Yeah.
And also, if she put it down on the floor, it meant get me out of here straight away. So she, and I presumably had to pick it up quite quickly. I don't know whether I mean, it is a genuine story, and it's something I'd heard before, but I don't know if it's actually just a bit of a plug for the fact that they're now selling the bags in the Buckingham Palace shop.
Oh.
It's called a Lorna bag, apparently. That's the favoured type of handbag. Priced between nearly 1,600 quid and 2,200. So,
it is a beautiful classic bag, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You did meet the Queen, Roger, very briefly.
I did very briefly. Didn't expect it.
The big question is, what happened to her handbag? Was it...
Oh, I think imagine she put it straight on the floor. It was the most underwhelming experience of anyone she ever met, I expect. I got a very last-minute offer to stand in a receiving line at a work event. And I was slightly embarrassed, so I hung to the back as all the great and the good went in. But because everyone filed into the room round the outside walls, as it turned out, I was closest to the door. So when she came in, I wasn't expecting to be first in line, so I didn't know what to do, didn't know what to say. I thought, well, she doesn't want to speak to me, so I just introduced myself, shook her hand, said what a pleasure it was, and didn't say anything else, and she moved on.
Well, that's all right.
The most underwhelming person she ever met.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people were starstruck when they met her.
I suppose I was a little bit, but she was delightful. And, you know, just commanded a room, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, she was only a small lady, but everybody, you know, just such a presence.
And so clever to have those handbag cues.
Indeed. I wondered why she dropped it.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And here's your chance, maybe, to follow in Darwin's footsteps, if you are so minded.
Yeah, a rare job has come up for an expedition botanist to travel the world and search for rare plants like the sunflower. Cambridge University Botanic Garden says the ideal candidate is someone who has a love of horticulture and thrives in adventurous environments. I'm imagining your CV needs to be a little bit more detailed than that.
Yeah, a little bit of moss there. Because I got
You
enough
should go for
knowledge.
the job,
I
Roger.
apply.
I think that was Cambridge University's Botanic Gardens.
Somebody will tell me that wasn't moss. Shall we have a look at the weather? It's good weather.
What's that behind Sarah?
Good weather for the plants.
Isn't it? Yeah, good morning to you.